channel, ladies and gentlemen. Got an absolutely fun one today. I will be reviewing episode 1 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And this is the second show to premiere on Disney Plus for the MCU behind WandaVision. Now, like I do before all my reviews, I like to give you a breakdown on how I personally do my movie or TV show reviews. First and foremost, I'm going to start off with the good, then I'm going to get to the bad, and then I'm going to get to the standout performances, and at the end I'm going to get to the fun part when I give the score and the grade. This will be a little different though, so don't expect a standout performance because those are typically for movie reviews and when I review a whole season of a TV show. Because if I were to do it for just one episode, every episode will pretty much be the same person getting standout performances. So yeah. So now let's get straight into the good of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. First and foremost, how they start off the episode with the Falcon and that action sequence, amazing, absolutely amazing. It was exhilarating, and that's probably the best action sequence I've seen from Falcon in the MCU, because usually he plays the second fiddle to Steve Rogers and Captain America, especially when it comes to action sequences, which is understandable. It's, Captain America, but actually seeing him go off this time was, it's a sight to see. This show takes place a couple months after the events of Endgame, and you see the world dealing with what they like to call the blimp, everybody returning from the snap, and you see, the consequences and the repercussions of disappearing for 5 years. The way the show handles it, I found very interesting. For example, one of my many questions in comic books and superhero stuff, I always wondered, how do they get paid? For example, you have Spider-Man, who works for the Daily Bugle. You have Superman, Clark Kent, who works for the Daily Planet. These guys are top tier heroes that save lives every single day, but yet they're working for these news, outlets. Why are they not rich billionaires or millionaires, to say the least? And in this show, in this episode, they kind of ask the exact same question and they put a spotlight on it, and I found that extremely fascinating. Another aspect which I loved about the show, which the biggest plus for me, was Bucky, the Winter Soldier. His stuff in this show was the best by far, in my opinion. From the minute you're introduced to his character in this show, you're hooked. They take a different approach than they ever have with the Winter Soldier in this show, and I loved it. You see him dealing with his past mistakes, with all the brainwashing things that he dealt with in the past, and you see him trying to fix all that, and it has a lingering effect to him. It's not an easy fix. It's not something that goes away in 1, 2, 3. He's a very tortured and tormented soul, and I actually love that aspect of it. Now, the show wasn't all good. Like I said, it has some good and it has some bad. So let's get to the bad. It's only a 40-minute show because, there's 10, 15 minutes of credits. Ridiculous, by the way. So I don't have this huge list of negatives. So with that being said, I just told you how I found the Winter Soldier side of the show the best part for me. And I don't know what it is, but I never found the Falcon very interesting of a character. It could be the actor, because I'm not the hugest Anthony Mackie fan, but I found his Falcon, the first half of the show very, boring and slow. Once he got out of the Falcon costume and was actually Sam Wilson, I felt like the show halted a little bit and the pacing just started dragging. And a lot of the things that he was dealing with that they wanted you to care, minus the, about what I said earlier about getting paid and all of that. Everything else involving him was very boring to me, and it didn't really catch my attention like the Winter Soldier side of things did. And he wasn't even really the Winter Soldier, it was just Bucky, and I still found that way, way more interesting. Another issue that also goes with that, the pacing. When it came to the Falcon side of things, I felt the pacing slow, like I said. And I loved how the tone felt. It was closer to the Winter Soldier to me, but it definitely dragged that time. And I don't know, it's because I just came from WandaVision, and this tone is a complete 180 from that, which I highly doubt because, I watch all these different films and I love slower tones that actually get to, focus on the character. But this one, the first half at least, didn't really catch my attention. Another negative I kind of have is Sam Wilson's character kind of pulled up Peter Parker from Far From Home in regards to Peter with the glasses that he got from Tony Stark. I'll just leave it at that. I wasn't too thrilled with the aspects of that, but I kind of see where they're going with it, so we'll see. And ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time that I give you my score and grade of episode 1 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And it earns, for episode 1, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, an 8.0 score and a B- grade. That's a pretty solid entry to the series in my opinion, and I honestly can't wait for episode 2. And to me, this episode was carried by Bucky and the Winter Soldier, so yeah, that's how I feel about episode 1. I hope you enjoyed this review, and like I do with every episode, I just simply ask that you subscribe, you like, you share, comment, and don't forget to turn on that little bell notification at the top, that little bell, letting you know whenever I drop a video. Till next time, peace.